David Wright has been experiencing some soreness in his right shoulder, and as a result, we sent him back up to New York to be examined today at HSS. He has been diagnosed with impingement in the right shoulder, basically soreness in the rotator cuff that results from some instability in the shoulder. So he's not going to be throwing for a couple of weeks, probably not throwing with any real zip for a period after that. He can continue to DH, but in the meantime he'll be doing lots of shoulder exercises to try and strengthen that shoulder. No structural damage. This is not a surgical issue. This is just a matter of having to shut him down for a couple of weeks from the throwing to make sure that we get that shoulder strengthened and stabilized. So he'll be back sometime later today and should be in camp tomorrow morning.
Do you think that kind of makes opening day out of the question for him?
I think it makes it questionable. Yeah.
Do you think this is a natural offshoot of just the downtime that he had and working back into it?
I think yes. I think that what's happening here is that the muscles around the shoulder have not re-engaged since the surgery, and that's taking more time than anticipated.
Could it be related to the neck thing?
Yes, we think it is.
In what way?
Well, it's just that, again, I'm not a doctor, okay, but the doctors feel that it is in some ways related to the neck surgery, and the fact that the muscles haven't essentially re-engaged, stimulated,
So in other words, I should have asked, do they think it's directly related? It sounds like it's more indirectly. They think more indirectly related to surgery.
I can't comment any further on that. I'm not a physician.
So he had PRP shots there already, to try to help the healing, I think. And is it concerning that this is cropped up?
That's just to calm down the inflammation. Mm-hmm. So the fact that he had an injection before to deal with the inflammation, I think reflects the fact that he's attempted to throw and the inflammation has persisted. And the best way to reduce that inflammation was for a PRP. So the fact that it didn't work the first time, I think, is a function of the continued throwing, not the fact that the PRP didn't work. It's that the irritation continued based on the throwing program.
You think that him being a DH is going to affect it in any way or negatively?
No, the doctors don't feel that he's fine to DH, swing the bat.
Have you been dealing with this for a while, or did it just come up?
No, this discomfort that he's had has persisted throughout spring training.
Sandy, I don't mean to sound grim, but given that he really has not been healthy now in over 2 years, I mean, what is the level of concern within the organization that at age 34 it just might not happen for him?
I don't think we're at that point, the point where that concern is at a more heightened level. This is all part of the process of rehabilitating from the neck surgery, and it's taking longer than I'm sure David would have hoped, and we would have hoped, but it's part of the process.
Does it make third base seem less realistic?
Well, if he can't throw, it makes every position less realistic.
But I mean when he comes back.
Well, I think that we need to wait and see whether this, whether this shoulder injury continues or whether the exercises and the no throwing and so forth. I mean, our goal is to get him back to third base.
So does Reyes pick up more ground balls at third base and kind of channel his energies that direction now, since with David's status being so questionable for opening day?
That's a problem. I would say probably yes. Again, we haven't dealt with the the various consequences of this information. So that's a logical thing to assume.
How's he taking it, David?
I talked to him this morning. I think he's reassured that there's nothing structural wrong. It's a matter of continuing to exercise and shutting down the throwing program to eliminate the irritation. I think all of those things probably make him more optimistic, just because there's nothing structurally involved.
Sandy, when did you say he would probably resume throwing, or is that open-ended right now?
Well, it's open-ended, but he won't throw for, let's say, a couple of weeks, roughly, and then he'll have to start a light throwing program after that. Yeah.
He'll be back tonight.
Yeah.
Have you seen him throw at all yet, Sandy?
No. That was in secret, remember?
Sandy,
I read that.
Sandy, just in general, you may not know this, but an impingement, I mean, it sounds like something's gripping on something.
No.
Is it?
No, it's just the way the doctor described it to me was because of the instability in the musculature around the joint there, it's kind of a banging, which caused the irritation.